So once again, we're dealing with multiplication, but this time we're dealing with squares. And this confused some of you as well. You need to back up a little bit, take your time, and realize what this means, the exponent of 2. Anything squared simply means you're multiplying what's inside here by itself. So negative 2 squared is the same thing as negative 2 times negative 2. Not negative 2 minus 2, but negative 2 multiplied by negative 2. Well, we know a negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, took care of that. And 2 times 2 is 4. Once again, you notice I split this into two separate problems. I worry about the sign separately from the numbers. A lot of you guys are trying to do both at once, and it will confuse you, and it doesn't work. You can't do both of those things at once. So I forget about the sign for a minute and just do 2 times 2 is 4. And then I remember negative times a negative is positive. Just do those separately. Completely separate them in your mind. Okay? A lot of you put a negative 4 here because you forgot a negative times a negative is a positive. 7/6 squared. And a lot of you said, I don't know how to multiply fractions or square fractions. Well, if you know the definition of this right here and what it's for, you know that it's just whatever's inside there multiplied by itself. And then if you wrote that down, you thought to yourself, oh wait, I'm just multiplying two fractions together. And since I know how to multiply fractions, 7 times 7 is 49. 6 times 6 is 36. I got a lot of you wrote 49 over 12. You multiplied the 7s, added the 6s. Okay? Practice these until you've got them. If you don't know how to multiply fractions, you will not be able to do this one. Okay? Get online, look that up. All right, 49 over 36 is 7/6. Now I want to ask you something, and I put this on here on purpose. Where does 7/6 sit on the number line? Well, if you turn this into a compound fraction, 7/6 is the same thing as 1 and 1/6. So it's a little bit bigger than 1. It's right here. All right, 7/6. Well, where does 49/36 sit? Well, if you turn it into a compound fraction, it's 1 and 13/36. Well, 1/6 is equal to 6/36. 13/36 is a little bit bigger. So we're just a little bit further along on the number line. Okay. For some reason, a lot of you put these in negative. I'm not sure what you are all doing, but please carefully watch as I place these on the number line so you can interpret. Negative 2 sits on the number line on the left side of 0 at negative 2. And I had a large group of you who put a positive 4 up here, but you put a negative 4 down here. Negative 2 squared is a positive 4, which means it goes right here on the number line. Even though there's a negative there, we know the value of this when we multiply negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. Don't forget that. All right? So that's what your number line should look like. Many of you added these 7 and 7 got 14, 6 and 6 got 12, or some of you had the 1/2 squared and you wrote 1/2 squared as 1. Okay, 1/2 squared is not 1. 1/2 squared, let me do it right here. 1/2 squared is the same thing as 1/2 times 1/2, which is 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 1/4. Okay. If you multiply something less than 1 by something else that's less than 1, it's going to be even smaller than each of those. So then I asked you, is negative 2 greater than or less than 7/6? Well, all you have to do is look at this number line. Negative 2 is to the left, so it's less than 7/6. And is negative 2 squared greater than or less than 7 6 squared? Well, there's 7 6 squared. And there's negative 2 squared, which means it's greater. But a lot of you guys saw this negative and forgot what negative 2 squared actually is, positive, and you put less than right here, even though you got this one right. A lot of you also got this one as a negative, and then you put this as less than simply because you thought it was negative. Pay close attention to where all of these sit on the number line. These, from here down, they all go together, okay? Number 5 is a valuable piece for you to understand. Study this until you get it, okay?